Hello everyone, this is Katrinonus, and we're back with more Recettear. Woo! Oh boy, here we go again. It's not wanting to. There we go. You're aware, of course, that this city is an adventuring hub. In addition, this house faces out on one of the main city lanes. Therefore, I propose converting the house into an item store. Item store? Really? Racket? Mademoiselle Lemongrass. I was only gone for a little while to do market research. Where could she have gone? I'm being silly. Of course she fled. Why would she not? After all I did was threaten to take away everything she ever knew and loved. Asking her to turn the house into an item shop was foolish, even if it was to repay the debt. The poor girl must be terribly confused. On top of that, her father is probably... Wait, outside. Yayness, it's done! Hey, Tear, look, it's done! What is that? It's our shop sign, of course. Doesn't it look cool? You know you can't be a shop without one of these, you know. Yes, well, it is quite well made, however. I've always been good at making stuff. Be that as it may. While the sign is nice, Huh? Is there a problem? Well, the name. You're quite sure you have thought that through? Well, we're partners, right? You said so. So I put racket and tier together and Recettear. Isn't it neat? Well, that is to say the sentiment is commendable, but... It's the two of us opening up the store, so that name should reflect that, right? You don't like it? Really, it is not that, but well, that is... Then it's decided! Recettear ho! Recettear. Mispronounce it even slightly, and... Recettear. Racket. This job is going to be even more absurdly difficult than I originally suspected, I fear. Yeah, so racketeering. And so a fairy suddenly entered my life. One thing was for sure. This wasn't going to be dull. Merde. How is it possible to sleep this much each day? How? And here. Let's do the very best we can. Racket, wake up! What? How? Who's up first? Oh, Tear, right. Good morning. The clock does not have a good morning hands. Racket, you are the proprietor of an item shop now. You must learn not to be responsible and not sleep the day away. Right. Why in the name of heaven are you smiling so much? That smile you had while sleeping is just getting bigger. Oh, no reason. I just think I saw something nice in my dreams. Here, let's give it our all. Well, if you are really dedicated to making this work, wash yourself and meet me downstairs. Will do. So I have an item shop and stuff, and it's cool and awesome. So, what do I do now? That is up to your judgment. If you sit at the counter, we can open immediately. Or we can reorganize the shop, or we can go search for new stock around town or elsewhere. Yikes, that's a ton of options. How do I choose? It is as I said earlier. Running a place like this is more of an art than it is something you can simply follow a map through. Simply pick something. We will deal with what comes. Well, okay. So, okay. Oh, yeah, I can move. They're done now. I want to take this and go. I'm gonna just go on ahead straight to the Adventurers Guild because we've had a lot of talking. Plus, there's not really events will flash like this is currently flashing. Say, what is this place? This is the Adventurers Guild. The guild manages expeditions to the various untamed wilderness areas or abandoned ruins near the city. The area is commonly referred to as dungeons. Without approval, adventurers cannot enter the dungeons. Ah, nuts! So we can't just go into a dungeon and pick up everything we see? If we could do that, we could sell everything we get in a 100% profit. It is still a very great idea. A great many people's fortunes have been made that way. If you wish to do so, however, we must first hire an adventurer. Hire? Can I just pick anybody? The truth of the matter is a bit more complicated. Even if you pay them, few adventurers are willing to risk their lives simply for the benefit of a complete stranger. Ooh, so they turn away people they don't know very well. Indeed. You should first get to know a few adventurers and build up a certain trust level with them. If all goes well, they will give you a symbol of their guild membership. This usually takes the form of a card. With that in hand, we can bring an adventurer with us. So it's like they're inviting us to a dinner party. Well, dinner parties do not usually include blood-mad beasts attempting to rip your limb from limb. But the analogy does work somewhat. Right, so I need to get an adventurer. Which for us should not be that difficult, yes? After all, we run an item shop, so we should get a few coming in as clients on a fairly regular basis. Yeah. Well then, I'll do my best to get a dinner invitation. Indeed, just be careful that racket is not on the menu. Huh? Is something wrong? Well, that guy over there. Listen to me. If I can't work, I can't get the money. And if I can't get the money, I can't get the items. And if I can't get the items, apparently I can't work. Ugh! Heaven, if I had a few things, I could at least visit the Hall of Trials. I wonder what's going on. He seems to be a rookie adventurer, complaining about his inability to complete the required guild test. Test? Well, the guild hardly allows anyone in off the street. You can only work officially for the guild after passing the test. An item shop owner is hardly the only job with challenges. I have an idea. What? I do believe we have found our first adventurer. Wait, what do you mean by, Tyr, wait! Son of a... I burned what cash I had just getting to the city. If I can't get into the guild, I don't know what I'm gonna do for dinner money. Now I'm hungry. Great. Pardon me a moment. You there, adventurer with the seedy look. Who you callin' seedy? Well, you two would be... We are a pair of merchants who happen to be passing. Merchants. Oh, you heard me talking. Sorry, but I'm way too broke and seedy to buy anything. Believe me, I could tell by your seedy nature that attempting to sell you anything would be a colossal waste of time. Come on, Tyr, stop with the seedy already. He isn't a plant. So what are you two gonna... So are you two gonna prune me or what here? Would you like it if we came with you to the Hall of Trials? If you require equipment or items, we can provide them. I'd call you a pair of angels then, but why? Business, naturally. We can help you pass the trial. You provide us with your card. Oh, I get it. We help Mr. Swordsman clear the dungeon, and then he gives us his card as a sign of eternal friendship. Eternal friendship is rather irrelevant in this case, but it does work out neatly for all of us. What do you say? I see. You guys are pretty new to all this too, huh? Our offer, Mr. Swordsman. Yes or no?
Yes.
Alright, then heck, I got nothing to lose. Well, aside from my precious life. Anyway. Yayifications! Glad to meet you two, I'm Racket. Pleased to meet you. I am Kia. Call me Louie. Louie the Swordsman. Good to meet you. Yes, yes. Now then, we will begin all the preparations for a dungeon visit, including a visit to the central market to pick up food and other restorative items. We will then return here for you when we are ready. Right, I'll be waiting here. We're just gonna go straight back in, because, yeah. You can bring items with you that the people can equip, and it gets a little bit more complicated later. But I'll get more into that when we get more into the selling side of things. Let's, for now, get into the dungeon. So this is a dungeon. Just so. Welcome to the jungle, as they say. You know, aren't we gonna just hold Louie back here? I mean, I'm not a monster slayer. I'm scared. The two of us are perfectly safe. There's a protective field around the two of us. To the monsters, we may as well be invisible. Really? That's amazing. So Louie is perfectly safe then too? Not quite. Why not? While in the field, we do not need to worry about monsters. But this is accomplished by making us virtually intangible to everything. Inside this place, we can directly manipulate nothing. Wait, we can't collect things? Why are we here then? That is why our adventurer remains outside the field. Oh, I see. He'll pick up stuff for us. Should our adventurer be injured, we can place him in the field and retreat. Since we must carry him back, however, we can take very little with us. 1 item at most. That actually increases later and you can take 3. So even if we run into trouble, we don't lose everything? But wait, I thought you said we can't... Yes, I will elaborate further if need be later. Naturally, if we get out safely, we can bring back as much as our bags will allow us to carry. Cool, wait, as much as our bags will allow. Well, our bags are not bottomless. If we run out of space, it will be up to us to decide what to keep or discard. So the adventurer focuses on adventure, while we keep track of what loot he should keep. I guess that makes sense. K.O. days. Let's get to it. Equip items in the bag. That's the items that we brought with us. This is the status screen where you can look at the adventurers and what their current equipment is. You know, if you brought them with you, and how many adventures you've been with them and how many times you've been defeated. We're going to probably not get defeated. Because honestly, if you get defeated, there's literally no point in you going any further. You should just reset. It's a lot easier that way. Items is basically what items you have picked up. The worn sword is the adventurer's possession. You cannot throw it away. Because they take it back once you're done. Equipment is obviously equipment. And that's an optimized button. Encyclopedia is encyclopedia of all the items that you've picked up thus far. You know, that you've had in your inventory. I don't think adventurer's possessions count. Actually, I'm pretty sure they don't. You have to get them separately yourself. But yeah. This is what I'm going to be working to get this at a 100%. That's why this is going to be a very, very long running thing. Options, obviously, are options. And then you can save. Saving here will save your data as it was prior to entering, meaning that basically when you save, which is doing the thing again where I can't save. I don't know why it's doing that. Let's try it again. There we go. It didn't want to save earlier. It did that to me last time and I quit playing to check and see what's up, but I fixed it. By doing the thing that I just did, which was hitting escape and trying again. But yeah, so basically, if you save at any point in the dungeon, it's only best if you really save right before you go into a dungeon in case you die, because it will always put you outside the Adventurers Guild right before you would have entered the dungeon anyway. So every time you enter a dungeon, just save. It's really better for you in the long run. But after this part, which I'm about to end, we're gonna... because these should be split into like 15-minute segments. We're going to start the vlog, because this is the part of the game that I wanted to use for vlogging to begin with. Oh, I really shouldn't be doing that. It should be paused. if that ends up happening, then I will probably end up resetting anyway, because that's an event I'm not ready for in the least bit. So yeah, so until next time, this has been Katrinonus, and look forward to the vlog. Yay!